This is the Two Stooges podcast. Ooh.
This is the Two Stooges podcast with myself and, of course, co-host J-Vote Gameman, aka Joey. We are on episode 4 of the Two Stooges podcast. It's been almost about 2 weeks, but we always got a little break in between. That's okay. It gives us more time to think and get more ideas for better content. But also today, happy Father's Day. Even though Joey might not be a dad, he is my daddy, so that's okay. I'm just messing with you. But
Happy Father's Day, buddy.
happy Father's Day
I'm a
to
fur dad, I guess. I'm a fur
yeah.
dad.
Hey, that counts. That
So,
counts.
okay.
Any kind of father figure, put it that way, I guess. But thank you, appreciate it. I just had breakfast. I got a hat that said "Dad Loadin'," dad joke Loadin' on the front of it, and then
Yeah, you know what? I can't well, actually I can't imagine you doing a dad joke, and it's probably not funny.
yes, that is exactly me. That is exactly me. No joke.
Also, real quick, you sent me a picture of your breakfast, and the fact that you didn't have ketchup on your potatoes really grinded my gears. That's all I'm
And you
saying.
know that's going to be a hot take. We're going to do a poll. I feel like that's what's the poll's going to be. Does ketchup belong on eggs for breakfast or in general?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I say no. I don't know about you, but
No, it's a definite no for me. It should be hot sauce.
well, my
It
mother-in-law
should be
prefers
hot
it
sauce.
on the eggs, so I say no on the eggs.
Wow, that's interesting.
So, yep. Today we're gonna dive into I guess being about a dad. Previously, a couple days ago, I thought I was gonna work a second job.
Had a
That didn't
great
go as
weekend.
planned.
You had a great weekend.
Yes, I did. So we're gonna talk about previous past jobs we worked,
Uh,
and also we're gonna talk more about into gaming, retro gaming, maybe some trivia, talking about old classic games, and then our take on halfway through the year already of 2025. Time flies. And we're going to think about our game of the year candidates are as well with ending some hot takes. So, um, I guess we could start off with past jobs, if you don't mind, since you know that's been, I think, on my mind most of the weekend. Really,
yeah.
just I'm flabbergasted. But you kind of told me a story of if you don't mind me asking or you telling the audience, like obviously, how long have you been at your job now? And
No, absolutely.
how many jobs do you think you've worked previously? And probably just tell us like some past experiences of jobs you worked that you don't work anymore.
Yeah, so I work at my job right now. It's been December since December of 2023. I love it. It's work at home. I won't get into the depths of it, but
Right.
I love it. I can remember some of my past jobs, but there's one job that I'll get to that it was bad. It was bad. But my first job, um, I believe it was at this restaurant. It was called Sims Tavern on the Green, and I started off as a busser, and I was like maybe 15, 16 at the time.
Is that the one that
Uh,
grabs like the dishes and stuff off the table and cleans it for the
yeah,
next customer? Okay.
yeah. They'll grab the dishes and just clean the tables and all that. And so Sims Tavern's actually how I met my wife. Um, she was a hostess.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, so I worked there. Worked at Sims. Was a couple years as a busser, and then I stayed at Sims. Moved to a dishwasher, and then one night out of nowhere, this my kitchen manager was like, "Hey, you're going on the line. No experience in cooking whatsoever." So we really busy that one Friday night, and I just got put on to do the not the grill, but not the air fryer. It's the one where you put like I cannot remember what it is. Like your hot Italians on. It's like a Blackstone.
Okay. A griddle?
Yeah, griddle. Thank you. It's one of them big things.
Uh-huh.
So that's when I sort of learned how to like cook and all that. And then
But that's where you met your wife.
Yeah, Sims Tavern is where I met my wife
Is that like
years.
a local place?
So it's not anymore. It actually went out of business. Somebody else bought it. It's now called like Birds Bar and Grill.
Okay.
But yeah. So I did griddle, and then I actually was kitchen manager for a short time. That was when like things were like really bad. Like we were, I'm not gonna lie, we were running out of food. Like the owners,
Oh God.
yeah, I had to actually like 86 the whole menu one night because we didn't have anything, and that was like, yeah, that was like on
Jeez.
the final days of the of opening or the closing. But yeah, so really, I've worked in the restaurant business for maybe 8 years, I would say. So that
That's tough. That's not a
it's definitely the
different breed.
weekends were busy. Yeah, the weekends were busy, but it did keep you as something to do. You're always doing something. And then that honestly was my only job until uh, a work at home pharmacy. I worked there for a couple years, and then I went and did a couple years ago. Did a life insurance. Not I don't recommend that. And for people who do
Customer
do that,
service, basically.
yeah, who do that, listen. Props on to you. I had no idea what I was doing the whole time I was there. I was just like floating it. I don't know what I was doing. And then I found the current job I'm in. I love the everything about it is so great. The benefits,
That's
PTO, and
stay at
all
home
that.
job.
Yeah, stay at home.
Now, do you think that's like everybody always talks so highly of staying at home job? Do you think it's definitely worth it, or is it just like any other place where it has pros and cons
I think it depends on the person.
and their lifestyle probably?
Yeah, and the lifestyle. For example, like me, I love it. I don't have to see people, and I did when I had my other job. I went into the office, um, but that's when COVID hit, and then we were actually Ohio signed something where you could work at home. And then the job I work at currently actually just passed something where you can permanently work from home. This was like last year because they went during COVID. They were thinking about going back into the office, but when I was hired, they were still thinking, "Oh, do we bring these employees in?"
Mm-hmm.
And they said no. So it's a permanent work from home. Um, it definitely depends on the person. To me, I enjoy my time, to myself. Um, but the con is you don't, you know, you're not going and seeing other people. I guess if you are a people person, you're not that aspect of it. You're not going to get the pro though is you save gas.
Yeah.
Um, and if you have when you're on your breaks or your lunches, if you want a game, then you can just
Yeah.
get on the Switch for a
I
little
I was
bit.
curious about how you take your breaks. Like, do you're just still in the same spot? Like, is it timed, or do you just come back and just continue on
Yeah,
about your business? Like,
yeah. So it's two 15-minute breaks during the day and 30-minute lunch, and I use those like to do stuff around the house.
right.
The dishes, I can't have a dirty dish,
I can't
so
have a dish in my sink.
yeah, I can't have a dish in the sink as well. So I'll just do stuff like clean around the house, make lunch for wifey sauce and and yeah, that's I love it. It's definitely been a blessing. I know I was texting you through that life insurance job, and it was
Yeah.
just terrible.
Yeah, but now this job, you work a lot of overtime.
Yeah, so they offer overtime. The schedule is it's okay. I will say that. I stream on Monday and Thursday, but other than that, I the job's great. The schedule is but it's money.
What would
So
you say is the worst job you've ever worked?
the worst job is
Is it the one that you told me about
yeah, yeah,
previously?
yeah. So I thought the life insurance job was bad, but I worked at Safe Light for a little bit. Not a little bit, for one day actually. So uh, I go in the morning and there was a Safe Light around my area that I applied. I got the job, and it's not what I expected. You're just constantly on your feet, which didn't bother me. It was just the different areas you had to work, because if for those that don't know what Safe Light is, it's the windshield, the windows for your cars and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just like different aspects to cleaning the windows and putting them in like it's a big ass warehouse. So I can remember just like being miserable at lunch and texting my wife. I'm like, there's a very good possibility that I just might bounce after lunch. But I toughed it out, and we were getting to the end of the day, and there was this older gentleman that has been there. He told me, I think, for like 35, 40 years. Like he was really like he knew everything about the place and all that. And he's like he knew my work ethic, and I asked questions, what to do here, what to do there. And my first day, he's like, I can tell you're going to be a great value to the company. Just please promise you're not going to leave, because I guess they have had people come in on day one and then just and
He
then
said, "I know this guy is like probably gonna leave. I need to stop him."
and then he tell and I said, you know what? I love this job. I promise you, I'll be here tomorrow. So I leave, and tomorrow comes, and I just block every contact from Safe Light.
Oh my god, he ghosted them.
I ghosted, and it's like I felt so bad, but like
Yeah.
it was absolutely abysmal. But
Now,
for those that do work at Safe Light, props to you.
how much was the pay, if you don't mind me asking? Was it just like minimum wage at the time,
It
or
was at the time it was maybe like 16.
really? How
Yeah.
long ago was this?
Oh, this was years ago. Maybe like I would say like 2018, maybe
Because now I think minimum
2017.
wage now is like 15.
Yeah,
So that's not too bad, but
it's not. Yeah,
yeah.
but like for the amount you're doing, I feel like it could have been better.
Mm,
But it's yeah.
mm.
But listen, that was my story. I your story over the weekend. I just have random thoughts, and your story pops into my head, and I just laugh every time
Yeah.
because I have never heard this before in my life.
They probably haven't either. I just picked the right day. So,
So you go, you tell us how many jobs you had, whatever, and
yeah.
your, I guess your best job you worked at, I guess,
Best
if you
job
want to
I'm
throw
working
that in
at
there.
is what I got right now.
Right? Yeah, I
But
figured so.
my first actual job was my sophomore year of high school, and it was just like a side gig. My stepdad's friend at the time had his own private business where they fixed up houses, and I might have been there for like 2 months maybe, but I only worked on the weekends because I had school, and we fixed up houses, so I'd go wherever they want me to, and it would be I would do drywall or I'd paint, and yeah, I didn't like that at all. It didn't last. He paid for my lunch, and then he would pay me for the work, so like that was cool, but I didn't know what I was doing, and I realized like, yeah, this isn't gonna be for me. So I think one day I asked him when we were all out because they had their own group they always hung out with. That's how we met them. And I asked him, I was like, hey, I want to go to Six Flags tomorrow. Is that cool? And he just kind of like shrugged his head. It was like, yeah. and I was like, oh, that was a little weird. Basically, he fired me. Um,
Oh God.
like it was like a learning curve. Like, hey, like this is work. When you work, you need to work, and
Yeah.
that's what my stepdad already knew. And I was like, well, he's not answering my text. Like, is everything all right? And he's like, it's just like it's just a learning thing. Like, you can't always have off when you want off, and you got to work when it's time to work. So he's just telling you it's just something that you need to learn growing up. So I was like, oh, okay. So that was my first actual job. But my main job for years was I worked at Food Lion for about
Lion. I haven't heard that one in a minute.
Food Lion for 10 years. I started off as a bagger, which was like they were getting rid of the bagger position at the time, but I was a bagger and
Yeah.
I helped clean the bathrooms, scrub the floors. I would fill sugar, milk, and water at the end of the night, and I would go get carts. So that's what started off as. But after a couple months of doing that, the bagger position was taken away where you didn't bag groceries anymore. The cashier did both. So they made me a cashier. Absolutely hated cashier because I hate standing still and I hate dealing with stupid ass customers. I'm sorry to say
Yeah.
it like that, but
Yeah. No.
I was in a bad area too. So I had a lot of people that got ABT and stuff. And if their EBT cards and stuff weren't working, guess who they blamed it on? You. So,
Yeah.
and I'm still young, so I'm still learning with the public. I'm not like good with confrontation and all that.
Yeah.
And I did that till I graduated when I turned 18. So I've been there for almost 2 years now. And once I turned 18, I knew the market manager at the time because my brother in law was already in the meat market business because he worked with him and he brought me in the meat market business when I turned 18. And I learned how to start cutting meat and stuff because you can't work with the machinery at the time till you were 18
Yeah.
years of age or the baler or anything. So, and I actually liked that for a little while. It was very stressful and very fast paced,
Yeah.
but I did like it. And I did that for my basically the whole way out to when I left in 2021. After COVID hit, I kind of was just done with it. I didn't like
Yeah.
it anymore. But I mean, I had to clean the machines, know how to do orders, fill in for call outs, stock, do reductions, write down checklist, do the freezer, do then stock the pallets off and on the trucks, then also mark the meats for the dates, then come back and learn how to cut the meat, know the codes to type in to weigh it and wrap it and scale it and put it out, make burger. The list goes on and on. So holidays, I never had a consistent schedule. I
Yeah.
always worked holidays. I always worked weekends most of the time. Luckily, at the end, I did have a good boss, so he did work with me. If I got this weekend off, I would work the next weekend. We would switch. It just depends on who your manager is. But towards the end, they got rid of the meat market name and made us perishable. So we were meat, dairy, and frozen, and making less pay. So after that, I said, fuck this. I'm done.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to be a market manager, make more money, but my pay scale, since I was already there for a couple years, I was already making the manager salary. So I probably wouldn't even really get a raise if they promoted me. So I said, oh, okay, well, I'm wasting my time here. So I talked to my buddy and through high school, and he was a custodian for a couple years already. And he told me they were applying, always looking for people. It was less pay, but I needed benefits anyways. I was about to come off my mom's benefits. So working with the state now, 4 years being a custodian, now head custodian, is probably the best job I've ever worked. But the worst job has got to be Joey.
Before we go, sorry, before we go into that, can you can you just let you don't have to, but can you like let everybody know like what exactly the ins and outs of being a custodian is?
Yeah, so there's night shift and day shift. I'm now on day shift. I was on night shift. Night
Do you
shift
like
is
that better?
day shift.
Yeah.
I honestly think I like night shift better, but
Hmm.
that's because you kind of just do your own thing and then you go and leave. Now
Yeah.
I'm dealing with everybody in the school, running back and forth. I like getting off earlier now because I have a kid, But if I didn't have a kid, I would stay on nights. You come
Yeah.
home when everyone's asleep. It's not busy on the road. You're kind of just doing your own thing, cleaning. But like in the morning, um, we have to take care of the outside area, lock the gates, the doors, make sure there's nothing going on, check ceiling tiles, lights, bathrooms, and all of that. If I have a certain area I gotta do split with my coworker, I do that. I sweep it, clean it, stock it, wipe it down, get the trash, vacuum, hang the flags up, unlock the gates, come back in, check the temps in all the rooms, make sure the chillers are working okay. Because I have a whole diagram computer where I check the AC in the rooms, make sure it's all working properly. If something is not working properly, I have to look into it and then see if I can fix it myself. If I cannot fix it myself, I have to put a work order in for it, and then I have maintenance guys that come in that work for the district as well and help explain to me what's going on, and they kind of fix
Yeah.
it sometimes. But sometimes I got to fix stuff too. So like it could be somebody's sink, toilet seat. I got to fix stuff like that. Soap dispenser falls off, or I got to re-drill it in the wall. I do stuff like that. I do orders. I got to order everything for the custodian staff crew. Now is summertime, so this is like crunch time where I don't know why, but every teacher thinks we're off during the summertime. We are
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
While everybody else is off in the summertime, we work summer hours starting next week, not this week, because of Juneteenth. I
Hmm.
work 10-hour shifts from 6 to 4, Monday to Thursday, but we get that Friday off because of it. So that's how summer hours work. And what
Okay.
you do is you take every single classroom, you wipe everything down, the desk, the chairs, dust the floors, you wipe everything down on the walls, the bathrooms, top to bottom. The lights need to be wiped down and then change the light bulbs out. Anything you see in a classroom gets cleaned top to bottom. And then you move it all out, put it to one side, and that room's ready to be stripped and waxed. So you got to put stripper down, scrub the floors, strip all the old wax off, and put new wax down for the next year, school year. So basically, they're
Okay.
getting a fresh, clean room, fresh, clean
Yeah.
furniture, new wax. Looks like a brand new classroom, basically. If I have to paint, we have to paint. Spackle, I have to spackle. While also someone's taking care of the grass and stuff outside too. So it's crunch time. It's a lot of work, but it's like this is nice because you're the only people in the building. You don't have people
Yeah.
calling you on the radio constantly.
Yeah.
But like,
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. This is a lot more than I thought. Like, honestly, what
yeah.
a custodian does.
Well,
So this is interesting.
I'm the head custodian. So I'm the
Yeah. Yeah.
they call me the chief custodian. They're in
Okay.
charge of the custodian staff. I'm in charge of the building. I have to do building checks on the weekends, make sure the kitchen, coolers, and everything temps are okay. Check the doors are locked, exit doors are locked. Nobody's like trying to break in the building. Recently, my alarm system has been beeping because one of the pool stations is going bad, so it's sending a signal to my alarm system thinking that somebody's breaking in, even though I set the alarm off. Like I set the whole building alarm off and on. And sometimes if someone's trying to break in, they call me and I have to go make sure everything's okay. If that were to happen. But yeah, anything you see in a school building, anything, I take care of that. Almost anything.
That's crazy.
Yep. But I've learned to, being at Food Line working like crazy has prepared me to make like this job way easier. So it's all dependent on who you work with, who's working with you,
Mm.
your staff too. Like I know how to work. I have to know how to work the proper machinery, like the floor machine, the shop vac. I power wash the school building on the outside. During school, I take care of lunches, spills, cleanups, throw up, poop on the floor, on the wall, stuff like that. Paper towel dispensers, I gotta order stuff like that. I gotta restock that. Carts, cleaning carts. If somebody calls out, I have to cover their area. Usually, I have to come
Oh,
in early.
jeez.
Either I have to come in early or I come in the next morning 2 hours earlier to clean their area and then do my normal day work. So that's the only bad thing about it. But
Yeah.
like last month, I had almost 20 hours of overtime because I had somebody out for almost 2 weeks. So, and I had no coverage.
Jeez.
So it has its pros and its cons.
Yeah.
But on night shift, you come in, you got your area, you come in, you mop the kitchen, You wait for bus duty. You let the kids out and direct the traffic so the buses can get out of the school. You go in the building. You start cleaning your area, vacuum it, wipe it down, uh, check for ceiling tiles and light bulbs and stuff, sweeping, get the trash, and clean the bathroom. And if you have a rug, vacuum the rug. You do that in every single classroom. And once you're done your area, you're basically done. That's it. So I feel night shift is easier than day shift.
Yeah.
But night shift also gets paid more than day shift does because they get paid a shift differential because of how
Yep.
long you're working there.
I
So
figured so.
night shift is 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. and day shift is 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. But if somebody is out and I have to come in early, I usually work from 3:30 a.m. to like 3 p.m. sometimes.
Jeez.
So that's when, if you're not hearing back from me, I'm probably working overtime or just
Yeah.
extremely exhausted and haven't been on my phone yet.
Yeah, I figured so. Or I just thought that you definitely hate me
Oh,
and
I
just
mean,
ignore me,
sometimes,
which
but
is
yeah,
yeah.
But with that being said, that's in the
we
world of a
got we gotta
custodian.
we gotta pivot to this story is absolutely amazing,
Yeah.
but it's so bad too.
So I already work a side hustle, power washing houses, and I do that just whenever someone like gets my info or whatever, and it's I enjoy doing that because it's only like for a couple hours, and usually you make out pretty well. I wanted to work a part-time job this summer to help bring in extra money. Not that I need it, but we always need more money at the end of the
Exactly.
day. Just to
Yeah.
bring in extra money and for vacation that I'm going in September. I'm thinking like, hey, there's a local movie theater down the road. I always like to go there. It can't be any harder than what I do now, right? Wrong. Um, I started last Friday as an usher, and I worked from 3:30 p.m. to 1 a.m. And the first couple hours were okay, but they don't get enough, either they don't get enough credit or they're just dumb for working there. I'm sorry. You get paid minimum wage, $15 an hour. Mind you, they said if you know how to serve alcohol, you get an extra 25 cents per hour. 25 cents. What the hell is that going to do? To serve alcohol. Are you shitting me? I might as well go to a
Yeah.
bar. So,
Exactly.
um, I was taking tickets. They taught me how to take tickets. Everything's digital. But then they also had a checklist for show times and where trash bins were, the amount of people expected in each theater, so they knew like how dirty it might have been. Like, hey, you might need to send in an extra person to help you sweep or wipe every tray and chair down. So that's the thing. Like, you're taking tickets. You're supposed to take turns with your staff. You're taking tickets, and then you're going to, hey, you need to go to theater 5. They just let out. So you go in there, you wipe every single tray down. The chairs, if they have sticky stuff on it, wipe them down real quick, and then also sweep the floor. But sometimes, um, some theaters are bigger than others. Like Theater 9, How to Train Your Dragon just came out last week. It was sold out. Had expected 190 people in one theater. That's a lot of fucking shit to wipe down and sweep.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
only have 45 minutes in between each theater, but that doesn't mean you have 45 minutes. It means you need to do it faster than 45 minutes because you also need to rotate the trash cans in each theater. Make sure when the movie ends, they have a trash can to throw the trash out. And then if the trash is filling up, you need to make sure you take that to the rolling dumpster. And then if you don't have time to take the trash out, you need to communicate and tell somebody else to go get it because you don't have time to grab it. Then come back and take tickets on top of it, and come back and share the janitor closet to clean up spills and whatnot. And then also, you either get a 15-minute paid break or a 30-minute unpaid break. That doesn't sound right to me. Just saying.
Yeah. That's wild.
And I'm all about moving fast. Like I can't sit
Yeah.
still. I'll be tired as day. I can't sit still. But this was crazy, dude. I felt like I was the only one like hustling. And when I kept asking for help at the end of the night, like they just kept going, like they were closing around 10 o'clock, but my shift was till 12:30. Like I kept asking the manager what you needed me to do. I needed you to go to
Mhm.
theater 5. Okay, what's next? No one's telling me anything. Where do I need to go next? I'm done theater 5. What's next? Do I need to grab trash? Do I need to swap things out? Like, you're not telling me the step-by-step thing you guys do to close. I have to keep coming to you and asking, and then you're seeming like you're frustrated every time I'm asking you because you're trying to get your stuff done. I've been there. I'm a manager now. I've been in retail for 10 years. I get that you're trying to get your stuff done, but I'm new, and I need to know what I need to do. While the other dude is just like telling me like, yeah, this is how I do things, and then he goes on and walks about his business. He's in theater 6, and I'm like in theater 9. I'm like, bro, what am I doing next? What am I supposed to do? Like, I just had a whole different vision.
Yeah.
And mind you, the cherry on top of all this situation, like I said, you can lift the seats up. Like, they had Final Destination still playing in theater 7, and I will not forget this for the rest of my life. You can lift the chairs up to get the kernels out real quick to help sweep. So, like, if I'm wiping down, I was like, hey, I'll wipe it down and you sweep, and I'll pull the chairs up for you so I get all the kernels out. The first fucking chair I lifted up, the seat, that you see, you're going up there, right? The seat is empty. You don't see nothing. I grab it. Fucking shit. All the way on the back of it. And then when I lift the whole thing up, a big pile, I shit you not, it's probably about this much. This much. Feces all over the goddamn floor, underneath the seat, over all the wires of where all the hookups are. And they said, if you're not comfortable cleaning that up, you can grab a manager. You're absolutely
Oh.
goddamn right, because I do this for a living, but not tonight. So I finished my shift out. I was like, wow, no one's barely communicating with me. I saw shit and feces under a seat. They're making me run around here like a dog for minimum wage, and the manager seems annoyed with me, and they keep going over huddling in the corner, almost like they're talking about me or something.
Yeah.
I was like, yep, I'm gonna quit. So one day, I lasted one day, Joey, and I turned so I texted the manager last night, the main
Oh
manager,
man.
because they have
Yeah.
part-time managers and then a main manager. And I told him, I was like, hey, this is Frank. Just letting you know, I'm probably not, this job's just not for me. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not coming in tonight. He said, so you're not coming in tonight? No, I'm done. Like, this isn't for me. He said, okay, well, I would appreciate it if you come in and turn your shirts in. I said, okay, no problem. I came in and turned my shirts in yesterday. He said, hey, how you doing? I said, hey, just wanted to be honest with you. Here's my shirts. I said, thanks for your time. He said, was there anything that you like needed to talk about? I was like, honestly, dude, I said, I just don't think this job's for me. I said, and I don't want you to waste your time. I said, now I will say, the one first guy for the first 2-3 hours that trained me was great. I said, but after that, I didn't get no help. He said,
Yeah.
okay, thanks for letting me know. I said, yep, see you. That was it. So I worked one day at the movie theater, and I thought it was going to be great, and it wasn't. So Drake and Josh make it look like a lot of fun. All right.
Do you know what that sounded like?
What?
The Massacre at the Mirage.
Dude, I don't know if it was just the people I worked
Oh.
with, but like, I don't know, man. I kept getting a bad feeling about this group I was with. Like, he
They
would
were
be
were
cool
they
with
all they
me.
were all younger, weren't
Yeah,
they?
they were like, one girl was 17, and
Yeah, it's
she was from concession, came over, started helping me usher, clean theaters. I'm like, why is she coming over to help over here? And then like,
yeah.
I'm trying to make conversation with these people, and they're like ignoring me. And then I'm trying to ask the manager what I need to do next. I'm like, well, I'm gonna go help and take the trash out with you. She's like, oh, okay, I guess. I'm like, you guess? Do you not want me to help you? Like, what are you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
I can't explain it, but the only way I can say is I just kept feeling like they didn't want me around almost. And I'm the new guy. That's fine. Like, but like you need to tell me what to do. And I will bust my ass and do it. But I was like, dude, I was so tired at the end of the night. I walked 30,000 steps that night, Joey.
That's
I was
crazy.
up from 5 a.m. doing my first job still, mind you. I might
Yeah.
have had an hour break in between, and then I went and started my new job that day. And then I didn't get off till 1 a.m.
That's the grind though.
Yeah, it was a
That's the
grind.
grind.
That was a grind. Yeah. But then I realized I was like, wow, all this for $15 an hour?
That's what like boggles my mind is
And I'm not trying to
15
sound,
bucks.
I'm not trying to be that person that's like, it's too much work. Like, it it didn't really. I really didn't think it would be that much work, but honestly, I thought it
But
was.
for what you're getting paid
Yeah, I mean,
is, yeah.
I don't know. I just, mm,
I've never seen you in such distress before, and it just kind of hurt me.
dude. I was looking forward. I honestly was looking forward to the movie theater experience because
Yeah.
you could even they even had a checklist where you could like take home movie theater posters. I was like, that's
Damn.
cool. Like, I want that. And then they were like, you also get 4 free tickets a week. I'm like, yeah, like that's awesome. You
Let's
get
go.
you get complimentary drinks and like discounted food. I was like, oh, now I know why you work us like a dog. So
That is just plain wild.
that's my
That
job and experience.
that it's God. Whenever I'm in like feeling sad, I'll just remember that story. And I'll just
I'm almost
absolutely
petrified now because I feel
laughter.
like that's my local movie theater, and I still go to watch movies. So now I'm gonna be like,
You
uh,
better fucking go to another one then. I'm telling you. You better find another one.
but it's like it's a good movie theater, and that's like the sad
Yeah.
thing. But like that's what I'm saying. The main manager of that entire building was like so nice and understanding and wanted to work with my schedule.
Yeah.
Even asked me as I'm turning my shirts in, like, "Hey, is there anything you need to talk about? Like, do you need to go work another position to try it out, feel it out?" Like I feel like he wanted me to stay. I felt like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think he was not expecting that. So I felt bad, but at the same time, I was like, this is not worth my time away from my family, and this is not worth the
Yeah.
money, because I only made $100 that night, and I worked technically a double. He said, I'm like, what?
That's a double.
He said technically you are working a double tonight. I was like, oh, okay.
What the fuck?
And they all share the same key. Every single person you see in the movie theater, they all share the janitor closet key, which is like I don't know, as big as this desk length maybe. I asked where the mop heads were. Guy didn't know where the mop heads were. They were dirty. The strings were falling off of it. He didn't know where they were. I was like, oh my god, like how do you guys work like this? So I'm all about organization, dude, and it just did not
Yeah.
seem like they're all 18-year-olds. Oh, and he called me a bitch too, jokingly.
Dude.
He said, what the fuck you say, bitch? I said, yo, I said I'm almost as old to be your dad. I'll rip the dreads out of your head, bro. Like, don't fucking talk
I
to me like
mean, you
that.
do go to bed at 4,
Shut the
so
fuck up, Joey. I went to bed at 10 last night, dick.
I'm getting so. You're getting there. I'm so proud of you.
So I in one power washing job, let me sum it up for you so I don't drag this out. In one power washing job, I can do in almost 3 hours, and I'll make the same amount of money or more in 2 weeks of work I would have done at that movie theater.
Not worth it.
Exactly.
So you made the right call there.
Yeah, and I kind of just already knew I didn't want to go into a place where I didn't want to be and act like I was, because I already did that at Food Line for so long, and it messed with my mental health.
Yeah.
And just
I
like you
mean, you have
said,
to.
like at Safe Light, you like already knew at lunch. You were like, "Yeah, I'm almost
Oh yeah.
probably done."
You have to have a good mindset and a mental health to go into a job that, if you love the job, you're gonna have a good mindset every day.
Yeah.
But if you're just like dreading it every single day, then you might want to go ahead and find something new.
My
And
my wife always told me she felt like she was walking on eggshells at my old house
oh man,
because I was just so mad all the
yeah,
time because I didn't want to go to work. I was so mad that I had to go there.
that yeah, that's not a good place to be in. But I
Yeah.
mean, you're in a great position now.
Oh yeah, like I mean, and like everybody's most of the time people are understanding where I'm working at, and like you all work together, and I'm like the youngest person at my job now, where at the movie theater I was like one of the oldest people except
Yeah,
for the
you're like
manager,
45.
except like the manager was like 33, so I'm like, you're only
Yeah.
a couple years older than me, but she didn't want to talk to me anyways. Like when I was trying to help her, I was like,
Wait, how old are you again?
I'll be 30 next month.
You fucking old ass.
So
Yeah, I'll be
yeah, so
34
just
next
remember
year.
to check under your seats, folks, and if you gotta take a shit, you probably should leave and go to the bathroom. And not shit on the chair and underneath of it, inside of it.
Dude, That's just a wild story.
I just
That,
don't how it was almost perfectly hidden. Like they did it on purpose.
bro. Wait, hold on. You said it was in the Final Destination one.
Yeah.
I legit thought you were. I thought it was in the How to Train Your Dragon
Oh
one.
no. Mm-mm. Nope. It was
So it
either
was an actual fucking kid.
it had to be
Like
a kid or an adult, but like I mean,
that's
it
why.
you
That's even
wouldn't
more
know
wild to
until
me.
you lift the seat up. That's what I'm saying. It
Yeah.
was perfectly hidden, but they knew what they were doing. I mean, we're talking like it wasn't just a little bit. It was a fucking lot, dude. And if one of the chairs are malfunctioning, not working properly because they got the electric like heated seat
Yeah.
ones, all the wires are under the seat, and that's where it was,
Oh
all
my
over the
god,
wires. That's why I was like, I'm not touching that. Yep.
dude. That's just that's really shitty.
And I didn't have gloves on. I almost touched it.
That was immediate vomit. I bet almost.
I'm
Did
like
you
I'm
almost throw up?
I'm used to working with that though, just not like that. Like I expected it already. I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting it.
Expect the unexpected.
You ain't kidding. Don't ever go into a job confident until you are there at least a day.
uh, yeah.
Because that's what I was. I was like, yeah, this is going to be cake. Nope. Nope.
That's crazy. Oh, not to switch things, but I'm going to. Look at these
Retro gaming
retro
coasters.
retro gaming coasters. Barnes and Noble yesterday.
Oh, it was at Barnes and Noble?
Last one left.
They're bringing one near us that's actually taken over the old Party City. They
Oh
got
no
rid
shit.
they got rid of a Party City, and now it's going to be a Barnes and Noble.
Dude, that place is nice, but it's hella expensive. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
For some reason, when I ever go visit my grandparents, I always feel like we have to go into Books a Million for no reason. I'm not even into books, but they have collectible stuff too. So I always
Oh
go in
yeah,
there. But my wife likes to read, and so does Cozy. So,
that jigsaw right there was from Half Price Books.
oh really?
Yeah,
My
10
grandfather
bucks.
loves going to like uh almost like flea market book places where like they're cheap books, half off or whatever,
Oh yeah.
or like local bookshops. Do you read? Like, are you a person to sit down or actually read a book?
I can't. I have to use an audiobook.
Okay, but you like audiobooks.
Yeah, I'll listen to it. Yeah.
Have you listened to the audiobook about the girl that was off iCarly? About what she
Are
went
you
through?
talking Jeanette McCurdy?
I think so. It's
Yeah,
the
I
book
have.
that
I have not.
she describes how much she hates her mom.
Is it in the book called "I Hate My Mom"?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I haven't read it or
the
listened to it.
first and only full audiobook, Joey, I ever listened to, and I listened to the whole thing. I shit
Is
you
it
not.
good?
It's that good. It is good.
Really?
I think it's like I wish my mom stayed dead or something. It sounds
Jeez, oh
very.
Pete.
Oh, I'm glad my mom died by Janet
Oh,
McCurdy.
yeah.
Fucking fantastic story.
That's crazy. So, without saying much,
Battery low.
does she like bash her co-stars at
Mm,
all,
I wouldn't
or
say
just her mom?
bash them, but she definitely talks about like the spurts of like not hanging out because of the stuff they're going through. But I wouldn't
Yeah,
say bad. Very you almost forget. I don't know how many times I gotta say you almost forget that these actors are just as human as us,
that's true.
and they just go through the same kind of shit that we do, you know.
Yeah.
But sorry, my battery's low.
No, you're good.
Um,
Usually, when we're trying to do a podcast, Frankie, we actually
oh
charge them before.
yeah. Well, I'm not a
I'm kidding.
professional, so unlike some people.
Hey, you gotta be. No, I'm just kidding.
But so we talked about our jobs most of the time. You wanted to get into what else?
So, a big part of my childhood, as I said in the first episode, was retro games. My brothers and I had all the systems basically. We had even a uh, NES, SNES, GameCube, Dreamcast, all of those. Um, so I want to get your take on your some of your favorite retro games that you have played on different consoles, and I guess um, like how would you compare the retro games to today, and how far we've come in gaming wise in general?
The games back then are way harder than they are now.
I will agree with that.
I tried playing the Mega Man. I don't know how many times I've tried to actually enjoy and
One of the
play
best video game
the
franchises.
Mega Man Legacy Collection on the Steam Deck.
That's a good one.
It's hard, dude. I
It's
can't
hard,
get
yeah.
past the first game. It's so,
I
but
think
the
there's Mega Man Battle Network. I think is on there.
yeah, you streamed that, didn't you?
I streamed that for a little bit. Yeah.
Never played it.
Have you played any Mega Man?
Nope. Just the first one.
Mega Man X is
One of the
probably
most
my favorite.
known Mega Man games ever.
It's my favorite Mega Man.
Now, you know what I do say about retro gaming? I absolutely love their music and soundtracks. I think they have the best soundtracks ever. I feel like they established music in gaming.
Absolutely. Mega Man X, for example, they have each level. You can tell what level you're on
What is
with
this, Joey?
each.
What is this?
I can't hear anything. I can't hear nothing.
Can you hear it?
No. It goes in and out. I can't hear it. I still can't hear it.
Ah! I showed you the picture.
Is it Mega Man? Yeah. Damn it. Can you share audio in Discord, by the way?
Yeah, you can. I can't.
Uh,
Okay, so here, you said my favorite retro games. What I mean, like you said, we're getting older, so people's
yeah.
retro games are going to be considered not retro games. That might be mine or theirs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But instant classic right here. Here it is. Where is it at? Mario. Let me actually play it on Spotify. They will hear it, but you probably won't. But you could try to click on it and see if it lets you.
Yeah.
It's probably going to tell you what it is anyways, but you over my name?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Super Mario 64, dude. And the main home screen where you could like grab his nose and stretch it out in different places and stuff.
Do you know how many years it took me to realize that that was actually a thing you could do? I never
Really?
knew that when I was younger. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, here, see if this is it, Joey. There we go.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
Dude. This is one of the best intros to a video game. Little Mega Man X. Oh.
I actually had this on an emulator.
Did you really?
Yeah, but I felt so I don't know. I'm not big on the like I don't know much about the Mega Man story, like the franchise. So I didn't
Yeah.
know if I was allowed to play Mega Man X without playing any other Mega Man. That's why I was like, but I know it's like one of the most popular, so that's why I just downloaded it on my
Yeah.
emulator anyways.
Honestly, I don't think it makes any difference, to be
Really?
honest. Yeah.
I feel like another one that a lot of people don't give enough credit to. I don't even know if it's like a soundtrack, but you know this?
Oh, bro. A little bit of Dig Dug?
Yeah, dude.
Bro, I blindfolded a Dig Dug stream.
I remember that.
And I got through the first level, and I was stunned.
Dude, I
Oh,
love
yeah.
Dig Dug so much.
I actually have one. It's one of my ringtones.
Are you
Dig Dug.
Are you serious? I would
Yeah.
absolutely love just to have a big arcade Dig Dug machine, and I'd be probably satisfied.
There was a we went to Walmart the other day, and there's a big ass Tetris. Not a one. It's one of those mini Tetris systems,
The arcade one ups,
like in the heart. Yeah, I was so close, but I'm
really.
like I don't really like Tetris. So
Now I want to really test you out here and see if you know your retro gaming because I've seen you play one of these games before, but I don't know how big you're actually into them. I mean, that's just a few. There's so many games, you know.
yeah.
Um, what is one of your top favorite?
Uh, Everybody that knows me knows I love Zelda, so that'll be my A1. But a very underrated game I think people kind of miss is Excite Bike.
Excite Bike?
Excite Bike, yeah.
I don't
And
know
I feel
anything
like you
about it.
really,
If I see the picture, probably, but I'm not good with names.
if you hear the music and see the picture, I feel like it's one of the best tunes.
What about this?
Is this a joke? I don't even have to look at it. The OG, baby. A little bit of ocarina time.
Yes, sir. I've
Bro, another
never played a Zelda game except Breath of the Wild. I said it. We said this previously before on podcasts.
so I have like four different ringtones,
Yeah.
and my wife's ringtone, the which one is it? I think it's a Great Fairy Fountain one. Yeah. And then I have Gerudo Valley. Gerudo Valley is amazing too.
There's just so many games, dude.
Like we said it before, music and video games, I think to me is just what makes a video game great, and like from like bad games to great games. And it's wild to see all that we all grew up with, and to now coming in full circle to games like Elden Ring, which is another great game. I haven't played it. You have been pushing me to play it.
I don't think you'll like it. That's just my
You don't think
honest.
I like it? You
Nope.
did. You said I didn't think I'd like Marvel Rivals.
No. I wanted you to try Marvel Rivals. You
Okay,
said it was going to be dog water, and yet this
listen,
man has put more hours into Marvel Rivals than I have in
listen.
the last year.
I'm just saying I don't know what to do. I'm the Punisher. That's the only hero I need. But
You
I
already
just threw a
it.
fuck.
You already know. It's like Overwatch. You learn the
Yeah,
character's abilities, and you need a
yeah.
healer. There's usually nobody
I
that wants to
won't
be a
heal.
healer.
I'm not healing, dude. Okay, I understand why people get so pissed if you don't have.
But
I
now,
understand.
now, tell everyone how you feel about Marvel Rivals.
Marvel Rivals is a good game.
Really,
Yeah,
you actually like it.
I'm not just saying that. It's very fun. It's not better than Frag Punk, but it's good.
That's all right. You
I
changed
have
your
seven,
perspective, though, right?
I did. Yeah, I have 70 hours in Frag Punk.
Yeah, well, you've been playing that for a while.
Yeah. Another uh, OG one, Sim City.
Never played.
Dude,
You know
if you
this.
want to make,
You know this
what's
song,
that?
Joey.
I'll click your. I won't see what it is. That Kirby?
Yep.
That's another video game franchise that's good.
Yes, I love Kirby.
I was streaming a little bit of Crystal Shards last week.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Uh So retro games are definitely a very important aspect of the uh the gaming world. With that, it comes full circle. We are already in halfway through um the year. Halfway through is wild to me. It seems like it's flown by.
It does.
There are games that have been released.
And you've actually
Uh,
played some that are
I have played some,
getting a lot of hype, right?
a lot of hype. Um, so we're gonna go ahead and transition. First half of the year is here. Games that have released so far
Yeah.
as our top games of the year. Whether you have played them, you've seen people play them, your
Yeah.
aspect, your take. So, what to you right now is your current front runner as game of the year?
Um, I honestly think what I'm always back and forth about this. I think Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is going to win Game of the Year. But what my personal one is from just watching and seeing and people describing, I think Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is an amazing small development team game that is just beautiful and different and unique. It changes the RPG and real time strategy perspective too, which we've said before in previous episodes. I think those two really are just like, I mean, it's, I'm thinking of like sales and stuff too, right?
Yeah,
Do you, since we're talking about that, do you think Mario, do you think a Nintendo game is going to be up there?
no.
You don't think so? I mean,
I,
I know the Switch 2 just came out, but you know,
I'm gonna be firmly honest with you. I think Mario Kart World's probably great, but I'm thinking it's getting overhype.
I think Mario Kart World will get best game to play with friends or something.
That, yeah,
That or
but
Split Fiction.
I'm t- so mine right now. I have played Split Fiction, and I'm telling you right now, there are things in Split Fiction I have not seen in any other game. Um, Split Fiction is the developer is the Hazelight Studios,
Yeah.
which also made It Takes Two, who won Game of the Year a couple.
And after playing it for only 2 hours, still not beating it, I think It Takes Two is still better.
You really think so?
I think the story and the pacing of everything of It Takes Two is better than Split Fiction. I
You
feel
haven't
like
played the full game yet,
right, but
right?
I don't even think it's like that. I just think it's like how the theme is. Like the Split Fiction to me is like very sci-fi. Uh it's very everywhere. It's everywhere. It Takes Two is just like its main focus like design and you're shrunken down to two dolls. Like you're it's focused. Where I feel like
Yeah.
Split Fiction is not. It's like everywhere. Where It Takes Two is very focused on this specific story, and that's why I think it's
No,
better.
It Takes Two was amazing. Don't get me wrong, but
And a lot of people were
the reason,
mad it got Game of the Year too that year.
yeah, the Split Fiction is going in the minds of two writers, right?
Yeah, yeah.
One is about sci-fi, and one is about
And it's their stories they wrote or
exactly.
started to write.
And in those stories, the things you can do, without giving one thing away, you can be a fucking hot dog in one level, and you can do certain things in that game that I've not seen any video game.
I,
And there's a secret level,
let me ask
which
let me ask you this: Do I
yeah,
need do you to judge a game because judgment is so you know biased nowadays how things are approached? Um, there's this guy on TikTok that tries games for 60 minutes. And if he
yeah,
does not like the game, he says, I move on to the next game.
yeah.
He's like, he's either impressed or he's not. Do you think that's a fair assumption because some games they say you should spend more time than 60 minutes to experience the full game, but then some people don't have that time or don't want to wait that long to experience it. So like you're telling me I should play Split Fiction more to experience it, but like
I,
me, it didn't really grab me to the hype that I've been hearing about. So,
what about it?
like I said, I think it's trying too hard almost. I think it's I think the idea is there, but me for my taste and stuff, I think it's trying too hard. And that's what it's
And
almost
that's
like,
fair.
but that's okay. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
if people love it, I understand why they do. It's just not
yeah,
my thing.
and yeah, and that's a good assessment of that. I mean, to have a sci-fi story and a fantasy story, and then
Yeah.
basically at the end come together without not giving anything away. There's, for those that don't know, you can try and find it after this, but there is a secret level that if you get through together, you will actually. I don't know if it was like if it's the first sort of people. I don't know. I did see a TikTok on it, but the developer, you can meet the developer. He's on like a big screen,
Yeah.
and he's like, "We'll fly you out to like his studio."
Wow.
If you, it's like called Hell Laze, the Hell Laser level. You're just going through a bunch of these lasers.
Right.
But it's stuff like that that intrigues me. Like if I don't know, I played it with my wife and we love like she the fantasy portion her to a T. The sci-fi I love sci.
Yeah, like the
So
map where like we were getting chased by ogres or something. Like I like that.
yeah,
I
yeah,
like that part.
yeah. There. If you give it a go again,
Yeah.
try to at least.
It's just me.
I played Marvel Rivals for you.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
So try at least maybe get through 2 hours. It's a long game, so
Yeah, I was surprised. I didn't think it would be.
yeah.
Um.
We were. My wife said we should do a 12-hour stream.
Oh.
It
Oh
does.
wow.
Yeah, it does take like 12 hours.
What is your game of the year right now?
It's dude.
Here's the
It's
list of names. You got Split Fiction, Blueprints, which you've been playing, Claire Obscure, Expedition. I think you've played or your wife
my
has.
wife has. Yeah.
Elden Ring, Night Rain, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Mario Kart World, the
Doom, right?
Assassin's Creed that they keep making for some reason, Doom: The Dark Ages, the Elder Scrolls remastered that they didn't tell anybody about that got a lot of hype could be up there too.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you're an Elder Scrolls guy or you played Skyrim or anything, but
No. I mean, yeah.
the first Berserker
Monster Hunter
Kazan,
Wilds, right?
huh?
Monster Hunter Wilds, right?
Oh yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds came out. The first Berserker Kazan, the game I've been talking a lot about,
I
the
know.
Souls
Yeah,
like.
you have been talking about it.
It will be a candidate, but I do not think
Yeah.
it's very specific genre. It's not going to win Game of the Year.
Yeah.
It's not Elden Ring. Elden Ring is like the only
Yeah.
Souls game I know that won like will win Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Uh, this is I don't even know why this is on the list. MLB The Show 25.
Yeah.
No, not
No.
happening.
No.
Monster
No.
Hunter Wilds, Old Skies. I don't know much about that one.
I don't know that one either.
Revenge of the Savage Planet. I've seen a lot of hype on that co-op game.
Yeah, Indiana Jones one, right?
Indiana Jones was good. I got a lot of
Really?
hype. Yeah, I saw my sister-in-law's fiance play that. It actually looked really
Okay.
good. It's already got DLC announced. They announced DLC
Oh
for it
shit.
last week,
Oh hell yeah.
so that could be a candidate up there too.
Yeah.
South of Midnight. There's some indie games in here. WWE 2K25. Oh my god, no,
I
that's
don't
not.
think it's. You know another one I've been hearing good hype.
Is what?
Isn't Civilization 7 about to come out too?
That was on the list. That was on here.
Was it?
Yep. This list is from June 10th, so 5 days ago.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah.
Adamfall, Avowed, the open world Avowed game that came out a couple months ago. It was like Elder Scrolls, but like their own like
Okay.
sci-fi, I guess.
Yeah.
The new Like a Dragon, the Yakuza games.
Been
Um,
hearing about Cabernet.
Cabernet. Haven't seen that. The Alien game, Rogue Incursion. I didn't get good reviews. Dynasty Wars. I feel like it's very. I feel like it's those like 5 games we've been talking about almost every podcast.
Yeah.
Clay Obscur. I will put the first Berserker on there. I think Elder Scrolls 4 Remastered will be on there because nobody expected it and it got a
Yeah.
very good hype review. I think Doom the Dark Ages will be on there because we have a lot of Doom fans.
Yeah.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 it's my top 3. It has to be.
My
Those games,
my
like
wife's
that
brother
game,
plays those games.
who does?
My wife's brother.
I
He's
think
been like,
that is like your type of game. I really do.
really?
It's just an
Yeah.
open world. You can get lost for hours doing side stuff
Yeah.
and just interacting with characters and experiencing different things. Like I feel like that's a game for you. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
Blueprints is getting up there too.
I'm telling you right now. You asked me what game might win it. I honestly, my wife and I have been obsessed with Blueprints, and that to me, but just playing it, probably I will probably say will win Game of the Year.
And Cabernet, the game you've been talking about,
Yeah, yeah.
it is getting rated 9 out of 10 as review scored on here on GameSpot right now.
You have to get Blueprints, and it's it's such a
It's a
wild
puzzle
game.
game.
I know. I didn't think I'd like it. I'm telling you, I didn't think I'd like it.
I honestly would probably be mad if Split Fiction won Game of the Year.
Really?
Just because of this list, dude. This list is insane. This is a good year for gaming.
It is. And
Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, 9 out of 10. Like, I mean, there's just so many games that are getting good reviews and are selling so good. Like, I remember when Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 came out. That game was going all over TikTok.
yeah, it was. Uh
My buddy put 80 hours into it just doing side stuff.
that's wild.
That's how deep he was into it. But then, like I said, you had games that weren't even announced, like Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. Also another game just like Kingdom Come. But I think Clair Obscur Expedition 33, for being a small team indie game, doing different and new stuff, I think they deserve it.
So I definitely can see that. I think if Blueprints doesn't win Game of the Year, I think it might win Best Indie Game.
Yes, I could see that. I feel like whoever doesn't win another award, they'll get some other award. Like
Oh, for
maybe
sure.
for design or music. Like if Claire Obscur doesn't win Game of the Year, I feel like they should get something for music or something.
Oh yeah, the music in there is
Because the other
beautiful.
podcast I told you about, the Teardrop Pod from
Yeah,
the streamer I met, Risky Crispy, who does tier lists and stuff,
yeah.
they said the music is unbelievable. It's so good, well done. So
Uh, I mean, there's definitely been a lot of games so far, and we just hit the halfway mark. But some of the other games that haven't came out yet, you have Death Stranding 2 that could be up there. That comes out June 26th. Ghost of Yotei,
oh dude. Oh
October
no.
2nd. My wife loved playing
Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima.
That game is one of the most beautiful games I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah. I've seen her. I played a little bit of it on stream,
And you can't
but
go off of other streamers too. You have to go on YouTube and look at it in 4K because everybody's stream
yeah,
quality is different.
exactly. There's another game they're talking about. Like you said, can a Nintendo game be on there?
The only
Uh,
one that will get
Donkey Kong
yes,
Bonanza.
that is the only one that deserves any talk right now.
I
don't
agree
care.
with that.
That game looks good.
Yeah, Donkey Kong Banana does look good.
It
Bonanza.
reminds me of Mario Odyssey, but you're playing as Donkey Kong in his world.
Yeah, I completely agree. The metaphor.
And I feel like that hurt.
Fantasio.
I feel like that hurts you because I feel like you're a Nintendo guy.
I love Nintendo.
I mean, dude, you're Yoshi in the background. Come on, man.
The character who made the Mario franchise, Um, the
Oh yeah, Metaphor. Big one.
Metaphor's coming out. Yeah, I just think the old school Nintendo is just wipes away the
I
new,
think I
and Nintendo is getting so overpriced.
yeah, I think they're their own worst enemy, honestly.
Yeah,
Is it bad that I still want to get a Switch too?
we were at Walmart the other day looking for one.
Didn't have any.
No, Walmart, Target,
I,
Best
I
Buy,
did find my Switch
GameStop.
yesterday finally.
Where did you find it?
It was in storage. We went through
Son of a bitch.
we cleaned out our garage and we cleaned out the house basically yesterday. Like that was my Father's Day gift because I asked her, I was like, I really just want to organize the garage, go through all the rest of our stuff that we when we moved over here.
Yeah.
And I had the Switch still in the box and everything. I put it back in its box and packaging, and I was like, this box feels heavy. I said, oh, this is where my Switch is. Good thing I didn't throw it away.
Yeah.
But right now, since we're talking about the games, Nintendo Switch 2, why why are they not launching more games with it? You're spending more money. I don't
The
understand that.
it's it's astronomical.
I mean, Mario Kart you can only play for so long. It is a party game.
I think that's why I was so like I was excited when I seen one of our buddies, Hillian, stream it.
Yeah.
Uh, I was excited. I wanted to get it,
Yeah.
but then I look back and I'm like, this is just basically a Mario Kart 8, but
Yeah.
a little better.
And they call it world, but like the world isn't like how they describe it,
There's
you know.
only so much you can do. Like I've
Yeah.
heard that people have played it, they've loved it for like maybe a week,
Yep.
maybe a few days, and then they just get tired of it. There's
Because
like, what
it's a
else can you
party
do?
game. You know, it's
Yeah,
like Mario Party. You can't play it like a regular game.
exactly.
If you can, God bless you. I mean, but spending $100 on Mario Kart World is insane. It's
I will
insane.
say this: are they making a Mario Odyssey 2?
No.
I feel like I would play the shit out of that. I love Super Mario Odyssey. I
Here's
would
the
play that all
Nintendo
day long.
Switch 2 games list. All right. Mind you, if you have Breath of the Wild, which was a launch title back in
Yep.
2017, we're almost talking,
Still $70, by the way.
yeah, it's almost 10 years ago, dude.
Yeah.
You're charging me to upgrade my game to better graphics? Mind you, that was a launch title, Joey. Probably one of the best Switch games was a launch title.
Yeah.
So now you're giving us not really a big launch title, but just Mario Kart World. $80. Cyberpunk Ultimate Edition, $70. That game's been out for a little while too. Split Fiction's on there. Fortnite, everybody can play Fortnite even on their phone. That's not a big deal. Street Fighter 6, game's been out for 2-3 years. Hogwarts, game's been out for 2-3 years.
Yep.
$70, Joey, for Deluxe Hogwarts Legacy.
I
Welcome
just
Tour,
find
the biggest complaint. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour is $10. Why are you charging me for that?
Welcome Tour.
Welcome Tour. It is legit showing you the inside and out of the console. It's almost like Astrobot.
You have to pay for that?
You have to pay $10 for that. Remember when
What?
the PlayStation? Remember when you got your PS5 and it came with Astrobot?
Yeah.
It's their version of Astrobot, and they're charging you for it. $10, Joey.
Dude, I didn't even know that.
$10.
That's wild to me.
Tears of the Kingdom is $80. Breath of the Wild is $70. Civilization's $10. The Hitman series is on here, $60. These games have been out forever. No Man's Sky, that game came out so long ago.
I want to get your take on something. They're releasing all of these on the Switch too. For
Yeah.
example, Elden Ring. I
How?
don't like that. I don't like that at all. What is that for?
I never understood why they do this. No one is like, wow, I can't wait to play Elden Ring on the Switch. No one
Thank
says
you.
that. No one says that.
Thank you.
Because
Like,
it's so bad, dude. I don't. Sonic X Shadow Generations $50. Donkey Kong Bonanza that's not even out for almost another month, $70. The only game
that
maybe
is just
worth paying for.
wild to me.
If anything, Mario Kart World and Bonanza should have came out first, and then the
I
other
think they both
games.
should have had the fucking bundle
Yes,
together.
yes, yes, or separately. Like you want the Mario Kart bundle or you want the Bonanza bundle.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah.
Mario Party Jamboree is $20.
Oh my god. 20?
Kirby the Forgotten Land, Joey. This is how I met you. This is how long this game is, all right? They're still charging you It's a pre-order. It's not even out yet.
The Switch 2?
Releases August 28th.
What? That
it's it's the Forgotten Land with the DLC. It's $20. Mind you, for someone like me, that's a good deal, but the game is how old?
that game's like 5 years old, I feel like.
Pokemon Legends
Or
Z and A. Another game I feel like nobody asked for this Pokemon game. I don't
yeah.
understand. We want new. We want fresh. We don't want remakes. If we do want remakes, we want the OGs.
Yeah.
Don't stop beating around the bush. Why are they doing this? Madden. Madden's on here. Thank God, because I always wanted to play Madden on my
I
Nintendo
I
Switch.
I don't understand what the purpose is of I guess the only logical thing I can think of, somebody does not have a has always wanted to play Elden Ring. The only console they have is a
Elden Ring's been
and
out.
they
By the time that's out, though, Elden Ring's already been out for like 3 years.
yeah.
Like
I'm just like
you've already been able to play the DLC, and the DLC's been out for a year now, and Night Rain is out, and Elden Ring's already been out. Why would you go back and play that? I don't know. I just that's the whole game list. The last one that's worth something is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4. Fifty
I'm not playing
dollars.
that one on Switch. I'm not playing that on
Fifty
Switch.
dollars. That's what I'm saying. Because even though the hardware might be better, it's still not as good as a
That
PS5
just blows
Pro
my mind.
or your PC.
Yeah.
It's still not as good. I am sorry. It's not worth me spending $450 for the console. Half these
And
games
then
aren't even out yet.
I heard that in some areas, Mario Kart World is like $100.
It is $100 if you don't buy the bundle.
Yeah, fuck that.
But
You might as well, yeah, just get the bundle then.
just get the bundle. That's why you're
Yeah,
spending the money anyways. But
that's just
but hey, how
wild to
many
me.
times are you going to sit there and actually play Mario Kart World? Out of all these games that are coming out this year, we just talked about, you're going to spend the money on Mario Kart World over Split Fiction, Kingdom Come Deliverance. You're not going to get your money's worth.
Yeah, that's that blows my mind.
I think
Just
I hope that they show more is worth something because this is supposed to be the new console, the next thing. This is all this is a Switch 2.0.
yeah, exactly. And
It's not new.
my wife was like, "Just are we really gonna like?" Honestly, are we really gonna like use it? I'm just like, that's a good point because
Mind you, I had a Switch. This is my second time having the Switch. The first time I sold it like a dumbass.
yeah,
The second time I got it, I actually really enjoyed it. I played the hell out of it because
oh yeah,
Pokemon Sword and Shield just came out, and I haven't played Pokemon in like 12 years, so I was like really into it. And then
yeah,
also we had Smash Bros with my friends.
never played.
Right, but it's just another big reason
Yeah,
for Nintendo to have some, and they're not making a new Smash Bros anytime, from what I've heard. So, like, you're not showing enough for me to spend almost
yeah,
$500. Like, Joey, you could be upgrading your PC, bro.
I know.
You could be buying indie games for like $8 that you have like
On
a great experience for 2 hours in.
CD keys for 4.
Exactly. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, why would I
yeah,
spend $100 on a Mario Kart game when half these indie games, Claire Obscure, $45?
I love that.
Learn your lesson. Learn. Come on
I
now.
love that. And I will say this: ever since I got the new PC, I would like just personally to for getting me into the indie games
Oh yeah.
because I am absolutely obsessed. I have much more for indie developers.
It's the PC, man. The PC world.
Yeah.
Steam, they got the crazy stuff, but you find some good ones, man.
Uh, real quick. I do want to give a shout out. They probably won't see this, but Amica Games. Amica Games. I think it's one person, correct?
It's only a couple, if so.
Yeah. For those that don't know, Amica Games horror and Frankie. First game on the new PC. Frankie was like
September 7th.
September 7th, and then play Summer '58,
I played it
and
too,
then
though.
come back to
Remember?
me.
I got
I do
scared
remember
too.
that, but that was the start of just like indie games. So much respect for
Yeah,
Blueprints. All of these games that there's no big time studio.
yeah,
Um, it's just exciting, and we're having more games come out this year that have indie developers.
yeah,
It's just I have so much more appreciation for that. And Amica is probably one of my favorite developers. Just came out with Pieces of Me. Haven't played it yet. Heard nothing but great things.
And Steam always has stuff on sale.
Oh
Another
yeah.
reason why
Oh yeah.
Nintendo barely
There's,
does that.
yeah. Is Steam. Is there Summerfest still going on or no?
um, no, but the sale is about to start.
Yeah. Yeah. There's just a lot.
So many
It's just
different games, man, that they
it's
don't
a
even
great
talk
time to
about.
be a gamer. Yeah.
It's just the PC world. I used to just be a console guy, and now
Me too.
I'm such a PC guy now. It's
Me
unbelievable.
too. Yeah.
So
Oh man.
what would you say? So did we say what your game of the year was at the end of the day?
At the end of the day, I thought it was Split Fiction. I'm changing it to Blueprints as a
Really?
dark horse. As a dark horse game of the year.
The
I'm switching
summer.
it.
Not trying to cut you off. The summer
There you
sale is from June 26th to July 10th
go.
for
Okay.
Steam.
Sick. I'll get some a bundle of games then.
But basically, you're good either way because Blueprints and Split Fiction, they're gonna win something.
They're gonna win some. Yeah.
Yeah, they'll win some kind of award.
Yeah.
Um,
So yours. What final one?
my final one,
Yeah.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I
I've heard nothing but great things
I
about that game.
love watching people play it just to experience it
Yeah.
for me, and I just enjoy watching people play it.
I'm actually in the middle of playing the first one.
Really,
Very good storyline. Yeah.
really.
Yeah. I stopped. It was like I haven't played in like a month and a half.
It was on sale for like $10 2-3 months ago. The first one on PlayStation, I almost bought it.
Do you have to play the first one though to know what's going on?
I think a lot of people ask that. I think it helps, but you don't necessarily
Okay.
have to. Just if you
That's
want a
what
better
I'm.
understanding of what's going on,
Yeah.
but like you don't have to. Here's what since we said we would be doing this, you played Marvel Rivals now, right?
Yes.
Let's be realistic, all right? With like, that's an easy game to be able to try and experience, okay?
Yeah.
Um, a game I would like you to try next, if
Okay.
possible, okay?
All right.
Wait for me. Where's it at? Because I think I got a good understanding of what your taste is a little better,
Yeah.
at least. Let's see. To give you a good. I just. It's not that I like to see you pissed off. I know your temper is very
Yeah.
with games is it's very short.
Yeah.
You have played Hades, right?
I played Hades a little bit.
I thought you did. It was hard, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
I've raged many times. Yes. Yeah. You know what? This was gonna. You know what? I'll give the listeners a first here.
Mm-hmm.
In August, I got July. I'm on vacation in the middle of it,
In July.
but in August, yeah. Um, expect an Elden Ring stream in August.
Oh boy.
Elden Ring.
Oh boy.
Our buddy Rage plays it, and it's just
He
the
said
funniest.
he said it's a love-hate relationship.
And that's dude. He was at this one boss, and I'm just like so pissed.
You've played Left 4 Dead, right?
No, I've not played Left 4 Dead.
Joey.
I know.
All right, well, that decided me real quick.
Well, isn't there a Left 4 Dead coming out or something?
No.
Or
Killing Floor 3.
there it is. Okay,
I want
that's what I
you,
meant.
Joey, because the game goes on sale so much and it's so cheap and it's such a
Okay,
good, fun experience with friends. I will play it with you and maybe even get
okay,
Cozy and the gang to play with us.
all right.
Either Left 4 Dead 2 or Killing Floor 2. That is what I want you to try and experience. That game is almost always on sale, and even sometimes Epic gives it away for free.
What it before I do this, is it better on a console or PC?
I would always just stick to PC because you'll probably get it for a better price there.
Okay,
Your PC will probably run better because you just upgraded it than your PS5. Do you have the
yeah.
Pro or the regular?
I just have the Slim.
Okay. If you had the Pro, I would say console, but
Yeah.
because the Pro is actually running really good right now.
Son of a bitch! I think I have Killing Floor 2 in my library. Yeah, I do.
He's motherfucker had the game the whole time, dude.
I didn't even know. Somebody gifted it to me. I don't know who gifted it.
It's probably me or Cozy or somebody. Now, unfortunately, the game does take up a lot of space.
Okay.
So my next thing for you would be is try to upgrade your storage if you can.
Okay.
But yeah, May 26th, added 3 things to the library, Killing Floor. Did I gift it to you?
Honestly, I have no idea. I don't even remember getting
Yeah,
it.
you have the DLC and everything. Co-op survival horror game.
I just listen. Hey, listen. Frankie usually gives me.
I mean, they're
I
like
don't. I
they're like
appreciate it
they're
though.
cheap games, you know? I mean, I try to help you out, you know?
Like
I
Born
like
into.
watching you experience it.
Yeah. Born into Fear. I'll play that. I think I'll play that tomorrow night. To be honest.
So, yes, that is what I want you to try within the
All right.
next between now and next episode. Try. I
Okay.
said try.
Killing
It doesn't
Floor
mean
2.
Killing
Okay.
Floor 2 or Left 4
All
Dead
right.
2. They are classics. Left 4 Dead is the like classic co-op zombie game, bro. It is such a good
Okay.
game. Such a good game.
All right. I'll give it a go.
Anything you have for me? Be realistic. I know. I have early bedtime, Joey, and I'm a
Yeah,
dad.
I know. I'm trying to get you like something you can play while tanks.
Like, like Fortnite, Marvel Rivals, I can hop into those
Oh
whenever because
you haven't played those before. Um, I really want you to try a scary game. Um, I don't know what to even. You like all those games that I don't like.
also anybody that listens to the episodes, please give us recommendations of games to try
Yes,
that we might have not heard of or we talked about, or even if we didn't talk about them, just put it in the comments. Another game
yes.
I think you should try that you've said looks stupid, just like Marvel Rivals.
I've said this in the past.
You've said it to about almost every game I've told you, but it's okay.
Okay, all right.
I'm just messing with
That
you.
sounds about right. No, that sounds
Rematch. It is a new game
rematch.
that is coming out in 4 days.
Oh, well, you're talking about that damn. That's,
4 days, Joey. It is
I don't
reached.
know.
It's moved up to the sales list, 59 spots. It is a top 12 selling game on Steam right now, and it is $30.
It says join the rematch playtest
There you go.
when it's available.
I'm
Oh,
doing it.
fuck. Why not? Welcome
Access
to the playtest.
granted. Welcome to the playtest.
Fuck. All right. Well, looks like we're playing that
This
sometime.
playtest is not currently active. Watch for upcoming tests. Okay.
No, but yeah. I'm trying. Honestly, I'm trying to figure out what game.
Have you ever played the
And
Five Nights at Freddy games?
do you know what? I have not.
I haven't either.
I have not.
And there's a new one that's coming out.
I think it's already out,
Oh, it
isn't it?
is. It's a top.
Not at the Mimic or whatever.
Yeah, it's number 8 right now, $40.
Yeah.
And that's also the good thing about Steam, Joey. If you don't like a game and you played it for an hour, you can get a refund.
Oh, dude, I didn't even know that.
As long as you've played it for an hour. If you played it for
Okay.
like 10 hours, you will not get a refund.
Okay. Damn, so I can't get back Marvel
This
Rivals.
is why I
No,
love
that was for
Steam.
free anyway.
This is why I love Steam. Date everything. A pre-purchase game. It's number 28. It's
Listen, you know what an underrated game is? It's Dream.
my god. Oh my god, this game. What is this? Date Everything as a sandbox dating simulator set in the comfort of your own home, featuring 100 fully voice-acted dateable characters.
There's no way that is actually one. Holy smoke.
The developer is called Sassy Chap. Sassy Chap Games. Publisher Team 17. Comes out
That might be
in 2 days, Joey.
Oh, that could push game of the year.
That is why. Oh my god, Cozy already wants this game. She's already seen it.
You just called her out.
It says Cozy wants this game.
That's hilarious. You're gonna get a text and she's gonna be like,
She's
"Why
like,
the
I
fuck
don't
did you
care.
just
I
call me out on
respect
that?"
You know what? Also, is a good series that you should just like. If you like that horror, like
Yeah.
theme, like Evil Within and stuff. Silent Hill.
Silent Hill. Okay. Evil Within. I was gonna start soon as well because I know PlayStation has that.
Well, I know you liked Resident Evil. Very similar.
Yeah. Okay.
Silent Hill is actually. I think Silent Hill like is darker. I think.
Okay. we'll try rematch.
Well, at least there's a
All
playtest,
right.
so you don't have to like technically buy it. You know.
Yeah. So I think the we're nearing down to the ep.
Yep.
Do you have any hot takes that you would like to discuss?
Yes.
Today?
This morning, ketchup does not belong on eggs. I think that's disgusting. And another hot take. The movie theater is overrated to work in, but it's great to go watch a movie.
That the egg, you got either you don't have anything on. That's for me. The ketchup on the eggs, it's just you might be a serial killer. Another hot take. We're going back to video games. Star Fox 64. I have said this. You said about the TikTok guy playing a game in 60 minutes, deciding what to do. I played Star Fox 64 for 5 minutes and had the worst time of my life. Star Fox 64 is one of the worst games. I'm not kidding. I can't believe I wasted 5 life playing that game. So that I will say that, and I'm sticking to it. Star Fox 64 is not.
Oh man, that's all I really have for is the eggs one. Honestly, I mean,
Yeah, that's.
oh well, we gotta bring ear thing up because me and my wife actually brought it up yesterday. How don't you like SpongeBob?
Why don't I like SpongeBob?
You know what's even better, Joey? We saw people do a whole. They interviewed like multiple people growing up around that era, and guess what they said was better than Rugrats?
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob was better than Rugrats. They said, but Rugrats was number 2. SpongeBob was
Do you
number 1.
know? Okay. Do you know the reason why they said that?
Because they got
They
paid
were
to do it.
no, because they were dropped on their head as a kid.
My God, dude.
I'm just saying, SpongeBob is. I'm telling my God. Now I'm getting pissed off.
Oh,
To be
another one, another game I want you to try. I want you to try another Kirby game.
I love Kirby. All
I
right.
want you to try another Kirby game for your retro gaming.
Okay.
I know it's on the classic NES or the
Yeah.
what's the thing they have on the Switch? I can't remember. I haven't played it in so long.
SNES, Sega Genesis,
Yeah,
NES.
any classic like older Kirby game, I want you to try as well. I feel like since you
Okay.
like those games.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of one actually. I can roll one up on stream. Tomorrow night stream will be spooky. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, the main hot take was eggs on ketchup or ketchup on eggs.
yeah.
Like, yeah, no.
So that was your main. I completely agree with you on that. I don't think ketchup belongs. Hot sauce is the way to. For me, Star Fox 64 is fucking. I can't stand. It.
Would you
It's the
say
worst game.
Diddy Kong Racing 64 is better than Mario Kart 64? That's a good hot take, huh?
That's. I'm so biased with Mario
Let me
Kart.
let me see before we end this off. Let me see what the rating is on Diddy Kong Racing because honestly, I don't know much about Diddy Kong Racing.
Diddy Kong Racing is an underrated game, and I love that. The last race pisses me off though.
Why?
You have to fight this dude who ginormous, by the way. I can't remember his uh oh Whizpig. Whizpig, there it is. That the race Whizpig who's like faster than the uh
Someone said
but
Diddy Kong Racing seems to be more sanitized.
dude, you can make a really good take that Diddy Kong is a little I'm not gonna say it's better, but it's up there as probably one of my
Yeah, Diddy Kong Racing's got a 4.5 out of 5 stars.
I'm just curious on what Mario Kart has. Probably 5. Yeah, that's 4.1.
What is
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart
8.1 out of 10 for IGN.
off of the 64 or the Super
Yeah,
Nintendo?
on the 64.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really like the Super Nintendo, to be
Really?
honest. Yeah,
The OG?
yeah, I wasn't a big fan. IGN has a higher rating for Diddy Kong Racing than Mario Kart 64. 8.4. Mario Kart had 8.1.
A lot of people don't like IGN. I don't understand the hate, but
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just another person reviewing, honestly.
yeah.
But yeah, I actually really wouldn't mind having that in my collection, as you can't see right over here.
Oh yeah,
Diddy Kong
you
Racing
got everything.
64, I wouldn't mind having.
I'm curious how much that goes now. I bet you can find that for.
I bet you that game's going for like $30.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Let's see how much it's going for.
There's a free online game on Mini Play.
There it
What is?
is. How much was your guess?
I'll go. I'll go
Loose,
35.
loose or complete in box?
What is it? Is it in good condition?
If it's loose, it's just the cartridge. If it's complete in box, like mint condition, totally different price.
Uh, Loose probably 20.
$28.
Damn, what in box?
Complete in box, like almost perfect condition, 90.
I would fucking pay that more than I would pay for my car.
Brand new, never opened, almost $500. Graded, 1,000. Yep.
Dude, that's wild.
Yep.
That's a really good odd take, actually.
What's that?
You might want to put that up there on the
What?
poll. Diddy Kong over Mario Kart?
Yep, that's gonna be the poll.
Yeah,
I'll put that in the Spotify poll. Make sure to check that out. Scroll down and look at it. Is
yeah.
Diddy Kong Racing better than Mario Kart 64?
That's actually a really good fucking.
Because there is
That's
a
a good
lot of
one.
people, ever since you told me, I've actually seen a lot of people say Diddy Kong Racing is very underrated.
I'm telling you, it's. I can see the characterization. I love the characters. Um, it's just everything about the game is really good. I mean, it's technically like an open world
Right.
to different areas and play,
Right.
but I guess I can see how people can say Diddy Kong is a little better.
Well, that's all I got, unless you got something else.
That's it for me right here.
I want to say again, all the dad figures models out there as well. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to my zaddy, Frankie.
Shut up.
And happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Stay safe. And tell everybody you love them. Because the world's full of some stuff right now.
And just to
Does
let you
not
know,
need to be.
once again, remember, you do not have to work at a movie theater.
That's true. And if you do come across Frankie, make sure to just poop in your hand and then shake it real quick. Shake his
Oh my
hand.
god, that's so gross. Appreciate your time again, man. Remember, we got
Absolutely, buddy.
four episodes now.
4 apps.
Remember,
We're getting there.
we're
We're
getting
like
there.
pros now.
Yeah, I know. It's almost just like we're not even recording, or we're not even like doing a podcast or anything. We're just sitting here talking, like, you know.
Exactly.
Thank you for tuning in. Remember to check us out also on YouTube. Make sure to click the bell, subscribe. It helps spread the support of the channel. We appreciate it. We have a Twitter as well. You know, we're trying to do this every week, but it seems to be almost every other week. But, you know, just take the time. The episodes are usually over an hour long, so it kind of spreads it out, evens it out. But we appreciate it. And don't forget to look at the poll as well. We appreciate all your guys' support. Don't forget to check out JVote Gaming as well on Twitch and on TikTok. He's been streaming some spooky games, and he does some retro games, and he's been playing Blueprints as well on there. So if you also want to check some streamers out, he's one of them you should definitely check out. We appreciate your support.
I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you all so much for the support. Once again, happy.
Yes.
Y'all have a wonderful rest of the day, and we will see you on the next one. It's always a pleasure. Thank you. Listen, everybody, stay kind, stay humble. Most importantly, take care of yourselves.
Uwu.
Ubu.